Hello everyone and welcome back to Clash of the Undergrounds. This is episode number 3. And in episode number 3, we will probably not get up too much. It'll be one of those dull, caving episodes. I continue talking about everything and nothing all at once. And perhaps do a little guitar cover here and there. Just see where life takes us. I think my plan here. Oh, good game. Down for the count. Yeah, so my plan here is to find a different cave because I found most of the things, it seems like. That's okay. Level 48. I want to try and find my way up if possible. Aha! Spuda is with the lava bucket. It's exciting. The PvP has been going on in the Clash of the Underdogs. It's good with some early action, some excitement for everyone watching out there. I will not be providing that, most likely, unless I discover someone right now, which will probably mean my imminent demise. But I suppose we will see. You never know what will happen with all these unknown variables in the game of Minecraft. All these different players walking about. How are we on apples? Apples should be fine. I am reminded of the original Divine Comedy though. As I run around on the surface, you know, reading articles, talking about a different fact of the world. And I just bam from behind, take it down. Just how it goes. I'm not gonna take all the sugarcane. If people need it, they got something for them as well. People have been around with the wool blocks being placed. I think my plan here is to not be in the extreme hills because with the silverfish and the emerald stuff. Emeralds are fun, it just doesn't contribute much, and I have some on me now, so I should be fine. But I will still look for a cave, because if there's one thing we don't want, it's that dreadful staircase, and done enough of it already on video. I hope you agree. Alright, here we go. What else has been going on in the world? The one thing I don't really want to discuss in these videos is like politics. Like I can mention that in passing, but that's really something that's so divisive that I don't really feel like discussing it in detail. I feel like that's something like we'll never come to terms with, and people get very heated easily. So it's not really anything constructive in mentioning it. There are enough YouTube videos about politics. We don't need one more. Because one thing is that I've been trying to get into cooking more recently. You know, like cooking different kinds of breads. That's been kind of fun. Using like a bunch of different seeds. Actually, having seeds in bread makes it so much better. It's just a lot more appetizing to me, at least. Pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds. I don't. Problem with living in Norway is that I know the Norwegian words, but not all the English ones. But yeah, seeds in general, 10 out of 10 would eat again. Yeah, and just cooking just feels like constructive and positive because it's about creation. It's not the destruction of things, right? So you feel yourself improving at a skill every time you do something, and you get like a great result that you can show off to other people, either like to actually having them taste it or just pictures, and you just feel like accomplished at the end of it. And I feel like that's such a constructive way of going about it. Hi, Dan. Instead of some like video games, because I feel like a lot of things are out of your control when playing video games, especially in the multiplayer sense. And the chances of success are very small. If it's a team game, on average 50%. But cooking, yeah, you'll might fail at some parts, but more often than not, you'll have an adequate result that you feel good about. And each time you do something, you feel better about it. Like, at least that's how I think about it. And it just feels like the food community, you know, it probably has its drama as well, but it just feels a lot more positive than the video game one. Video games have often become very competitive in recent years. You know, competitive games are all the rage, the Dotas and the Overwatches and the Counter-Strike Global Offensives and the Fortnites and the Battlegrounds and the, you know, one common denominator, all online multiplayer games. That's where some of the big bucks are. You know, you also have the Chinese gacha mobile games, you know, where you roll the dice and see if you get the character you want. All the microtransactions in the world in this online infrastructure we've locked ourselves into nowadays. Aha, Mineshaft, how do you do this fine day? Hope you have a pleasant time. Hope you'll be able to relax without infernal miners in your way. Because, you know, it's been abandoned. Because I imagine miners were there at some point, but not any longer. One thing to think about with video games, which, you know, this is always a fail-safe topic for me, I feel like. To talk about if I don't know what to talk about. What different video games have I been playing recently? There's one game for the PC, I believe is coming out to Switch as well, if you have that fine little console. Don't yet, but seems very positive. They might be getting a new version soon. Maybe that's where I jump in, who knows? But this adventure game, 2D adventure game called Kentucky Route Zero. Oh man, the things I could say about this narrative adventure game. But I think the problem about those games is very easily spoiled, so I feel like that's a no can do on that one, fortunately. But what I will say, so much would recommend. Please give it a try. It's an episodic game, and the last part is not out yet, but it should be out in it should be out at the end of this year, according to the developers. But the first 4 episodes, oh my gosh, I love it so much. I want every bit of part of that. Bit of like mystery Twin Peaks stuff in there. Oh, Lego. Oh, game Lego. That is a bummer. The lag ain't your friend. Forever. Yeah, so Kentucky Route Zero, great art style. Writing is the strong point for sure. Also has some wonderful music. It has like songs with lyrics, and oh my gosh, I want to talk about that game forever and ever. But it definitely has got this weird vibe to it, sort of Twin Peaks. I don't know really what to call it. It feels very artsy, which is totally my style. A little bit of Life is Strange in there. It's hard to say. Feels very unique in some ways, so it's hard to compare it to anything. But don't worry about it being like one of these puzzle adventure games. You don't really do puzzles all the time. It's just experiencing the story, talking to characters, all that fine stuff. Fantastic time. We got some books to go. Some enchanting as well. Other video games I have been playing, as some of you might have heard of Amnesia. The developers of Amnesia made a game after that called Soma, which is a horror game focused on robots, the future, some underwater segments. It's meant to be scary, but they add this mode where you can turn off all the enemies. It's just like they don't attack you. And since I don't like horror games, but I heard great things about the story of Soma, I thought like, yeah, this is the way for me to play. And I wish more games had this no combat mode. Sometimes, you know, I just want to experience the story of a thing without dealing with all the fluff. Things just, keep things going. That's really nice option to have. And it's a good story so far. Feels like it moves pretty slowly, but has some good uh, changes so far. Sharpness too, don't mind if I do. Yeah, so Soma. Don't really want to say too much about it. It's a horror game, but if you don't like horror games, it's something you can play without worrying about the actual horror parts of it. And especially if you have sounds off, you'll be good to go. 'Cause don't worry, I'm like a really big wuss. If you're like me, don't want to mess with that stuff. Then I think you'll be good. Yes, I just had to pick one here, huh? Man, I'm just looking for the good rolls. I'm getting all the bad rolls. Guessing projectile would be great to have. So for that, I guess gotta go for that. Yeah, give me that. Man, not good rolls today. Come on. I should get some powers. Ooh, guess I had. So I only got the helmet. Oh yeah, need that animal, huh? One too little to do that. That's okay. Other video games I've been playing. Okay. I've been kind of wanting to keep this under locks for a little while, but I've been wanting to try and do streaming, but now with the job, I don't think that's gonna happen. So one game I've been wanting to stream ever since I found it is a narrative game called Secret Little Haven. I'm not gonna say anything about it because it's short. It's very by one developer, very much an indie production, but it's so sweet and endearing, and I love it. Please just give it a try, or to give it a look at least. It's Secret Little Haven. Fantastic game. Oh my gosh. I wanna gush and talk all about it, but not how it is sometimes. Very good though. I'm gonna make sure I have room for some stuff, because I feel like I'm gonna need it. I think I should be good on the food. Alright. Let's take a little look down here again. Before we explore much yet. Could have the poisonous spider. Other video games? I've been considering playing the sequel to Life is Strange, but I don't know. I feel just kind of burnt out on the Life is Strange universe right now. I really like the prequel for the Storm, but after that I just felt like, man, I'm just good with the end of this game. I don't need anything more right now. And, you know, I just feel kind of bummed out about what happened with Telltale games. I loved a lot of the earlier work, and just one more studios making games that focus on story, because that's like my favorite games. It's just a bummer to see like studios being mismanaged and people who are so passionate about making good game stories that they're not taking great care of. Just so sad. I wish all the developers at Telltale the best of luck. Amazing people there that serve so much more. I hope they'll find a place that they feel comfortable with. And if you don't know about Telltale, I mean, by the time this is out, it's going to be old news, but Telltale is shut down at the moment. I don't know what else is going to happen there in that scenario. Hope it works out for everyone involved. One game I did finish recently with a story was LA Noire. And gosh, I have complicated feelings about LA Noire. Some cases I feel like that it's done really well. Like LA Noire is like set in the old ways of the United States, you know, film noir, having that rough detective trying to solve murder cases back in the olden days. There's some complicated political stuff there that I don't want to get into. But there are some cases that are written well, some are not written so well. You know, you just get that really disappointing exposition point. Just you get all the exposition about the main story and the villains. It just feels like so heavy-handed and not needed, because like they don't trust the player to actually realize, which, you know, you left a lot of clues, my friend. It's not that difficult. But I guess that's just the game industry back in the 2010s. They didn't trust their players yet to actually be smart and understand things, fortunately. But, you know, what are you to do? Making games is very complicated and very difficult. I understand that, you know, not everything is figured out, bad decisions will happen, but it's with good intentions in mind. But is this very... Oh, hello, I don't want to be there. Let's go the other way. You know what? I did promise to do more guitar covers. I think I'm gonna do that right now. I should have done that when I was at Channing, but we still had stuff to do and the topics to talk about, so. But now that we have some time, well, one special lore. It's all the glory. And this next song, oh, Long Journey Slain. Da, da, da. Okay. So this one also has a little bit of backstory to how I found it. There's this old Flash animation series of music videos called There She Is, which tells this connected story. A bunch of music videos. And the final episode or part of There She Is uses this song called Imagine by Brunch. I think they might be a Korean band. They exist anymore either. I mean, it's been a while ago now. But yeah, some really good music choices by the production team Sam Baxa. Really great. They actually did like this remaster recently, so it's all available on YouTube in very nice quality. Would recommend. Check it out. And without further ado, here is Imagine a Brunch, with my own translation on the lyrics, because I think originally it was in whatever language it was. I don't want to specify because I don't want to be stereotypical and get it wrong. Sorry. Okay. John, still in this place, here where people fight only for themselves. John, will the paradise you once dreamed of ever become real? The paradise you always dreamt of. There is no up or down, everyone the same sky. The paradise from our dreams, that will be a paradise realist, nothing to lose, an impartial world. Dream paradise here right now. So John, house over there, now has your dream truly been fulfilled? How long we need to wait to meet the paradise we've always dreamt of? The place you always dreamt of. There is no up or down, everyone the same sky. The paradise from our dreams, that will be a paradise realist, nothing to lose, an impartial world. Dream paradise, paradise. all the people in pain.